scrappy friends, welcome to my channel today. This is another share for Cut to You. I'm using 2 cut files today. I've gone ahead and backed this one off screen, and I've got this one as well. Can't remember the names of these off the top of my head, but I will make sure they're linked below. This calendar one. I'm using the Jen Hadfield Reaching Out collection. This is going to go obviously in my 2021 album. I'm going to do this as a 9x12 page. So yeah, I got all my photos there. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so cut files backed, and I've got the back there. So I've cut down that piece of vellum to 9x12, and honestly I still haven't decided if I'm going to pop this into a page protector or if I'm just going to pop some holes along the edge and put it in my album loose. Let me know what you think. I really do like having the different textures in my album, but I'm a little concerned because this is vellum, it is going to be more delicate. So yeah, let me know what you think. You can see I've just used my ATG to stick the front down, and then I'm just going to stick the back down. Try as hard as I may, I couldn't quite get this lined up right. It's not obvious. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If you've got any tricks to lining stuff up like that, let me know. I'm going to add a little bit of embellishment to the front of this. I've got the thickers from this collection. I'm going to add a couple of arrows, and I have to add a peacock because they're just so adorable. So I'm going to start with the biggest things and work my way down to smaller things. I'm going to start with these 2 arrows, one pointing left, one pointing right. Sorry for my big head in the way. And I don't think that I add much more to this after that. I do add a couple of little word strips as well. I just wanted a little bit of something on there, but I wasn't. Yeah, you can see I'm just playing here. I didn't want any weird gaps. So I'm going to use this little peacock. He is so cute. And pop him up. And you can see where he is. I've got a couple of these little word strips. That says peace out and sincerely. So sincerely, peace out. Because yeah, the last couple of years have been challenging, shall we say. And then I added another one up to the top left. So these are the photos that I've got here. I'm not going to make you watch me trim them all down because it's really not that exciting. One tip though, if you are going to do this same kind of thing, make sure you print your photos a little bit bigger than what the frame is. I did leave myself with not very much space at all. I started with the Scotch tacky, and I popped my first photo down, and you can't really see because my head's in the way, but when I flip it over you'll see there's not very much room for me to be sticking anything. So I'm just tidying that up a bit, and then I'm like, this is not going to work. I'm going to end up with glue absolutely everywhere. So I'm going to grab my sticky tape and then just stick. You can see I've grabbed the Scotch again, but I'm like, nope, I'm not going to use that. So I grabbed my sticky tape. I did add more tape to this after everything was stuck down, but you can see what I'm doing here, just making sure that I can't see through that on the sides, and good to go. And I'm pretty sure this is the only row that I leave in for you to watch me sticking down. And there it is, all done. I'm just double checking. I know that Gwen hand draws her design, so I wasn't sure if she had like hand drawn one and then copied and pasted it kind of thing or not. So I was just checking to make sure that that little bit out of the binding was the same size for all of the little calendars, which it is. I'm going through the 6x8 paper pad and picking out some patterns. I wasn't sure at this point if I was going to use these to label each month or to add a little bit of journaling. You do see that I end up adding the journaling to these rather than adding the months. I wasn't happy with the solutions I had for adding the months, so I add those a different way. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm just cutting this out. I'm going to do two of each pattern, and then just make sure I don't have, they go like in the same order from January to June and then from December to July, just making sure that there's not one that, like, there's not two that sit in the same, like next to each other. So you can see me just double checking that, making sure that they do all fit, and they do. And so I've got all my patterns here. I'm just going to trace them out and then sit down and cut them all out. Didn't take me that long. I'm just showing you the last bit of that. And I think, yeah, so I've got my 12 little cutouts there. Then I decided I was going to paint my little the rings for the calendar, and I'm going to paint those gold. I'm using a Shimmers product, mine a 49er. I got that with one of my Speaker Mum's scraps design team kits in one of the pigment splash kits. This is a great colour, I love it. I've had it before as well. So I'm just using a paintbrush and adding that on there. Again, I don't make you watch all of that. I think I just leave the footage for this first one, maybe not even all of it. And I love the way that looks. Just brings in a little bit of extra interest. And I've added some cardboard to the back just for some extra dimension. Right at the beginning I showed you that I had picked out a pattern paper for my background, but I have changed my mind. I'm just going to do a little bit of surgery here, make sure everything sticks. So what I've got, January, my eldest son turned 11 and got sorted into Gryffindor House, which was very, very exciting for him. February was going back to school after a lockdown when school was meant to start. March is a photo of a butterfly. We grew some butterflies from caterpillars. You can see, you'll be able to see in a minute, on that March photo, for me to get the butterfly into the picture, I've had to I've had to stick it in at an angle, and there is a white corner which I'm going to cover up with some embellishment. April was mine and my hubby's wedding anniversary. It was 13 years. Yes, 13 years. May was the super blood moon. June, my little guy has always been madly obsessed with boxes, and it kind of leveled up in June with this giant, massive, huge box. July, the photo that I have used is one of me and some of my old work people, which also happened, that photo was taken on my birthday. It was my last day at my old job. So that was definitely a big moment for that. August is my son with his footy coach. He did 100 games. No, 50 games, get it right. September was my braces. October, I can't see that photo very well. Looks like it's my children. Oh, it's my kids with my nan. November was a big step in giving my children a little bit more independence, and they started walking to school without me, getting ready for this year. And then December was last day of school photos. So a big year all around, lots of changes, lots of little moments to remember. And it was fun going through all my photos and choosing which ones I wanted to put in. I really love, as soon as I saw this cut file, I was like, yep, that's the cut file that I'm going to use, and this is what I want to do with it. I'm going to add my journaling, just a little brief sentence in that top box. And then I forgot to turn my camera back on when I did some embellishing. So I've added embellishing to 3 areas, and you can see the puffy stickers there. I've also added the month to each of the months with those puffy stickers as well. But these cut files were super fun to work with. I love that I got so much colour and pattern in, so many different memories documented. This will be the final page in my 2021 album. I've just got to work out what I want to put on the back. I'm thinking a big cut file that just finishes it off. So I hope you've enjoyed my share today. Make sure you head over to the Cut to You store. Have a fantastic day, and I look forward to sharing with you the next time.